I'm a white man. You can probably see. White you can see. Man, some few of you can attest to. Of Celtic and Armenian descent, Anglo-Saxon in language and genes. The English are mostly mutt. And I play Germans and Russians on television. For some reason, I'm trying to work out if someone says to me, your people committed genocide, killed babies in the process, oppressed other people in our colonial settlements, I will say, I can say, and I do say, yes, we did, and we do. That horror is in us. The evidence is overwhelming. We did try for about 500 years to excuse these behaviors as our God's will, as some kind of bizarre goodness. I have heard my brothers and sisters and pubs and lecture halls claim and explain the rightness, the righteousness of these atrocities in this and other myriad ways, but this, primarily this, please don't copy us. We are wrong. We were wrong indeed, and inexcusing. Reparations should be made, atonements, admissions, and perhaps a kind of banishment from international meddlings, voluntary for a time. You decide how long, a rehabilitation, maybe forever. Very little of this will happen because our brutality is matched equally by our cowardice and smallness. We are not to be imitated. Our cowering behind a God who, I guess, forgave these sins before their commission reflects very badly on us and the God, especially since the cowering is actually obedience, not to be aspired to. It is surely an open question. I have heard this, that had I been born in the 18th century anywhere in Europe, I would have believed in this tosh, in my superiority, my right, nay duty to rule the planet. I am a white man, you will say. That is what white men believed and ridiculously still do. But some didn't, and some don't. They are rare, I grant you, but then adult white people are rare. They haven't got past this desperate need to be superior. I hope I'd have dissented. I'd perhaps have been burnt because of it. But since I dissent today where most people don't, not really, I will be braggadocious that I'd have dissented then too. Yep, I'd have called Thomas Jefferson a lying fraud. It is not in our creeds, tenets, civilization, nor religions to dissent from within, religion just being a reflection of the proprieties of rulers. Look it up. I don't have the dust to go through it again. We are not to be emulated. This, after all, by the way, has not made my life miserable. I don't walk around or crawl around burdened by guilt, just knowledge. The scene before us right now proves that we are all the divisions and communities you can describe, all capable of this worst. These divisions and communities, ethnicities, seem to be very important to very many of you. I hope they make you happy. The evidence is not good, but as a white man, I'd say, having historically placed all other genders, races, and species somehow beneath me, that most of you are infinitely above me. Trust me. And that my walk is now in strange spaces, undiscovered countries, and the work ahead is just what it is, work with meaning, not narcissistic, self-serving, nor fraudulent anymore. Humble, if I can. I am now imitating, emulating so many of you, all kinds of you. My ancestral vault of wisdoms are, I find, absurd and silly and at last empty. I have read enough to avoid the rest. If your deeds of life require you open a good book and consult before you shoot, stab, bomb, manacle, kiss, embrace, or eat, stay away from me. I don't trust you because you don't trust yourself. And if the same book encourages you to murder, quote, thou shalt not, except in these cases, in the land of Canaan, end quote, do not darken my door or the tree I am sitting under. I am aware that I am extremely privileged. And that perhaps is what makes these things easy to say. But in my defense, I would say that there are very few of my people who do this. I don't get it. I just, if you're not oppressed, be aware of the fact that you're not oppressed. And if you are dealing with communities who you have historically oppressed, systematically oppressed, from day one of your existence, and if you can't find those examples, look harder. And be aware of your privilege. Because what's going on right now is people claiming superiority and humanity and righteousness and godliness and all that sort of stuff. And it's just, I'd rather be with the animals. Highly superior beings. Ciao.